On the 23rd of May, 1999, our beloved Swami imparted a profound lesson on character, humility, and goodness through a simple yet powerful story. A story that takes us back to the 1800s. A story that reveals the true measure of greatness. A national conference was being organized, bringing together the highest ranked and most respected government officials from across India. Among them was a particularly proud civil officer who was traveling by train and was eager to attend a lecture of Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, a living legend. As he sat on the train, he was reading the conference invitation and could not help but to be reminded of the extraordinary achievements that Ishwar accomplished. Ishwar was a pioneering Indian reformer, educator, and writer whose name and fame commanded deep respect among people young and old. However, Ishwar's greatness was shaped by the wisdom of his virtuous mother, Bhagwati Devi. She would often tell him,
Ishwar, never strive for selfish ends. Set your life to help others. The education that merely caters to the needs of the stomach is no education at all. You should study to serve society and utilize your learning for the upliftment of this country. Never let selfishness creep into you.
Inspired by his mother's words, Ishwar pursued his studies with dedication and rose in society. But for him, his idea of success was not defined by personal gain. The day finally arrived when he finished his studies, got a good job, and a good salary. He stood before his mother, overjoyed with gratitude. Later that evening, he returned to his mother to ask for her wishes.
Mother, I have been granted a promotion and my earnings have increased. Tell me what you wish for. What purpose do these riches serve me if they do not fulfill your heart's desire?
Ishwar, our village lies desolate and devoid of hope. The children must journey to distant towns for their education, often walking through the dark and frightening forests. The younger ones tremble with fear. Why not build a school here in our village so that they need not suffer such hardships?
Upon hearing her wishes, Ishwar built a school, and soon the children received their education right in their own village. His mother was satisfied. One evening, Ishwar found his mother lost in deep thought and asked,
Mother, tell me your second wish. I am eager to fulfill it.
Ishwar, our village people, both young and old, suffer without proper medical care. They must travel far and long distances to towns, even for simple ailments like cough, cold, or fever. At times, the doctors don't treat them properly. Some children don't get help on time. My heart cannot bear to see their suffering. Please build a hospital for our people.
Ishwar, moved by his mother's second wish, immediately set to work and built a hospital, ensuring that the villagers received proper care. One hot afternoon, Ishwar found his mother sitting on the veranda, lost in thoughts once again, her heart heavy with unspoken words. She shares with him her third wish.
Look at them, Ishwar. Our village has no proper source of water. The wells around Calcutta have dried up, and the water that remains is brackish and undrinkable. The people suffer in silence. Dig a well, my son, one with clean water, so that our people may drink and live in health.
Ishwar vowed to fulfill her third wish. In no time, a well with fresh, clean water sprang forth, bringing relief and joy to the villagers. With his heart filled with contentment, he returned to his mother, expecting her to share yet another wish.
Mother, what else can I do for you?
Ishwar, I am very satisfied. You have fulfilled all my little desires. Now go forth and help those in need.
His mother did not ask for wealth or worldly comforts. Instead, she implored him to devote his life to the service of others. Guided by her wisdom, Ishwar dedicated himself to the upliftment of humanity. His acts of good deeds spread far and wide, gaining the trust and favor of the people, who viewed him as the model citizen of their era. As he neared the arrival destination, the government officer reminisced about the life of the legendary Ishwar, and he became more inspired and elated at the opportunity to meet such an outstanding person. Just then, the train screeched to a halt at the station platform. The officer hurried to get off the train and attempted to find a porter to carry his suitcase.
Could someone help me carry my suitcase?
Unfortunately, there was no porter available. But a simple man nearby overheard him and came to his help.
Sir, I can help you out. Is it just the small one?
Yes, just the suitcase. It is not in keeping with my dignity to carry my suitcase.
Not a problem at all. I'll carry it for you.
The simple man picked up the suitcase and walked alongside the officer. And as they arrived at the station lobby, the officer felt he needed to compensate him for carrying his suitcase.
This is something for your help.
You've given me an opportunity to serve. In serving you, I serve myself.
Still, I feel like I owe you something.
This body is meant for service. To serve you is my reward.
The officer was taken aback and deeply touched by these sincere and kind words. He felt a quiet sense of reverence. As they parted ways, he headed to the conference, excited to finally see the great Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Later that afternoon, all the delegates gathered in the lecture hall, silently anticipating the main guest speaker's inaugural speech.
Please welcome to the stage our esteemed guest, Mr. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar.
As Ishwar took to the podium and the crowd returned to their seats after giving him a standing ovation, the officers stood in shock and disbelief.
Wait, that's him. He's the same man who carried my suitcase. Such a humble soul. And I treated him like a porter. I feel so ashamed.
Ishwar began his inaugural speech.
True greatness is not measured by status, but by service.
As the officer sat and listened to Ishwar's speech, he was amazed that the awe-stunning speaker that commanded the attention of a lecture hall filled with high-ranking officials was also the same simple man who generously offered to carry his suitcase for him without seeking a reward or recognition. This officer learned through Ishwar's example that indeed the greatness of humility is not measured by status, but by service. Let us fast forward a few decades where history once again repeated itself. Our beloved Bhagawan, Guru, Guide, and God, Sri Sathya Sai Baba, set a blazing example for all of humanity. With deep love and reverence for his mother, Easwaramma, Swami also fulfilled her 3 wishes, which were not mere service activities, but were sanctified missions. He fulfilled her first wish by constructing educational institutions that gave free, value-based education, empowering young minds to grow in wisdom and character. He fulfilled her second wish by constructing state-of-the-art hospitals that offered hope and healing without a single fee charged. He fulfilled her third wish by undertaking the construction of a massive water project that quenched the thirst of millions in remote villages and turned parched lands into places of nourishment and gratitude. Swami's divine mission continues today through the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization, which he lovingly founded in 1960. His acts of love for humanity and selfless service to nurture the recognition of our individual inherent divinity has inspired us to expand the mission of the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization and his legacy. From every continent of the world and from all walks of life, Sai volunteers eagerly serve in the same spirit of selflessness and humility. By offering free universal health care, building schools that nurture both intellect and integrity, and delivering clean water to those who need it most, the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization stands as a living testimony to Swami's message of love all, serve all. Swami has beautifully declared, love in speech is truth. Love in action is right conduct. Love in thought is peace. Love in understanding is nonviolence. These are not mere words for him, for they are his very breath of life. He lived in such divine love that his every word resounded with truth. His every act radiated right conduct. His every thought emanated peace. And his every understanding embraced the essence of nonviolence. And now, it is our turn to carry forward the sacred flame of love, to serve without seeking, and to see the living temple of God in every heart we meet.